Hey folks, it's Frithgar here, how you doing? Welcome back to Farming Simulator 22 here in the pristine, untouched wilderness of the Calmlands. I reckon if we do once more around the outside, we can leave the hired help to carry on with this field. And then we can go and start having a look at where and how we can set up this pig pen. The one good thing with the pig pen that I think we're going to go with is the, because we put our own fences on, I don't think it flattens the ground around it, although I'm not sure about that, I can't remember. But we can go and put fences down, and we'll be able to set things out with that one, and then once we put the fences around, you can do it. You can do it. You can get up that hill. You'll be fine. Once we've put the fences around and sort of decided where everything needs to go, it's water and food. And the other challenge is going to be buying in the piglets to start things off. We want to be able to keep that regular number of pigs going into the pen every month, so that we can build up their numbers and we can also have them starting to reproduce. So if we're aiming at 9 pigs per month, I mean, if we could have just 2 more pigs, that would in the pen, if the capacity was 100 rather than 98, it would be a lot better, but we can't, so we just look without that. And what we will do instead is the 9 pigs, and then we can, each month, we sell 9 pigs. So just to start off with, for the first few months, we're going to have to be buying 9 piglets per month, which is, they're 200 a pop, I think. Actually, they're probably more in this, because this is hardcore. So, because it's on hard economy difficulty, we're going to, I'm guessing it's going to be higher than 200, but I don't actually know. All I do know is that selling pigs is profitable, much more profitable in hard economy mode than selling individual crops. So we will at least be making a boatload of money out of it. We've got a choice between buying a pig food mixer, which is rather expensive, or we put the various different ingredients of the food in manually. So we put in the barley or the wheat and soybean, canola or sunflowers, maize or sorghum, and we can just sort of work through them like that. I don't want to do that though. I don't want to do a pig. I was thinking about a pig food mixer this time, but I'm actually thinking no, it'd be better if we don't. Thinking that just this time round we will, instead of doing that, we will do a we'll just manually put the stuff in. It's not going to be quite as accurate maybe, but it's still gonna allow us to keep the pigs going. And I have been running this a little bit now, and I haven't seen any difference between having the root crops in the mixture and not having the root crops. Like, they're only worth 5% as well, and it doesn't actually seem to make any difference to the overall price of the animals when it comes time to sell them, which does seem a little bit weird to me. Not quite sure why it's like that, but that's how it seems to have come out. So I'm gonna keep an eye on that. Quite why it would be that you don't get extra for putting in all of the food, I can't really say, but that just does seem to be the way it is. Okay, you're going to carry on there. Just want to watch it and make sure that he is able to turn around properly. That seems to be working along quite nicely, so now we go and we start figuring out the next bit. I would like to do something here, because I don't like the way that this grounds us out each time. So that's another thing that I wanted to do. And if we go into others, we've got things like build with bricks. Giant bricks, and these do actually work from what I've seen. I've seen screenshots of these being used. I'm just not quite sure how you can raise them up and lower them down. Purely decorational object. Don't know about that one. And we have... Oh, I wonder... Hang on a minute. Maybe there's some additional controls with it. So if we bring up that, like that, and then if I go in here, and I go back to the decoration and others... Place, toggle free mode, zoom camera... Ground plate, 10 by 10. Top plate, concrete block. Goes on top. I see. You can just stack them up or something. So this is what I was thinking of trying to use, was the forestry bridge here. But honestly, I'm not sure if this is going to work. So we've got free mode there. And you can rotate it round. I think the only way that I'm actually going to be able to place this and properly be able to use it is if I lower the ground first. So free mode is... Oh, I don't know what free mode is. So I can move this around a little bit. I think the idea is you place it down and then you build the ground up around it afterwards. So that's what we'll need to do. So if I go to landscaping first and I just lower this down a little bit, and then we'll go in here and we'll select that as a level. And then I will pull this down like this. There. And take that down. And then also coming back this way as well. Take this back a little bit. Just across here. Alrighty then. Okay, that's looking much better. Let's get that middle bit. There. And now we go to decoration, others, through. Okay. This bridge might be better. It's narrow. Single wheel bridge, so you can have that. You can have a few of them and join them together. We've got extra large bridge, and then there's this. Ooh, now this is more like it. Look at that. That is quite a bridge. Bit too big. Yeah, that's too big as well. Plank bridge. Alright, I think the plank bridge might be where it's at. I think this might be where the action is at. So if I drop that one right there like that, 700, it does cost a bit of money. So then we go back to our landscaping, and we want to build up the land around this one, and then we'll smooth it down afterwards. So I'm going to bring that up. And that as well. We'll bring it up all the way across. A little bit on the side. And then I'll also bring up these here. Like that. And then skip on round. Alright. Because the water effect down through here is not... That's not affected by anything. So I actually want to bring this one up over the top of the bridge, all the way over to here, like that. I don't want that bit under there to be doing anything, so I'd lower that bit down. And then I'll take the blending. I can't drop any lower or get any close to this, which is a bit of a shame. So now we've got to blend it downwards. And hope that the downwards blending is going to work alright with what we intend to do, or what I intend to do. Right, that seems okay. There, and then I can also come over this side and I can blend this down as well. So it just kind of works out the end of it. A bit there. It's gone too. I've done too much on that one. So actually, what I need to do here, in order to make that work a bit better, is I'm going to need to bring that back up again. So I work from the back. Bring it up like that. Okay. There. Bring this all the way across. Right in this far. We're coming quite a long way there. It's better. Right up to that bit. And bring that up. So I know that's gone up a really long way. This is why we've got free landscaping. And then we can open this up. And now if I lower this down. I should make that a bit bigger. There we go. Right. Now we blend this in. Blend that back. At the top end up there. There we go. Right, and then blend the whole thing now is blending back in, and I don't want to blend that too much. I will want it a little bit, but that's really about as far as we want to go, because you can probably just see the very edge there. It's already starting to have an effect. I'm hoping that this will be smooth enough. I lower down the top bit up there, just a smidgen, that'll do. And then if I go to the painting, go to plants, and I put a little bit of grass there like that. And then if I change the brush, just add in a little bit down there. And I'm not going to add anything on this side, but I will put a little bit back on the bank over here that we deleted while we were doing this. Right, so we have taken care of that bit. That's stage one. I also want to be buying in the pig pen, but we need to go and, let's just zoom in a bit. We need to go and test our bridge and make sure that that one is working okay, and make sure that it's not too rough or anything around the edges of it. So that is phase one of our plan complete. Let's go herring off down here. Right. We approach slowly. We have a look. Let's see. It's steep coming down. It's a little bit of a step going up across there. To be honest, that's a little bit too much of a step in some places on that. But I'm liking the overall effect that we've got here. See, I think this side is alright. I think that's fine. Let's just go back in and do a little tiny bit more. It's this side over here that I want to just make a slight change. I want it to be less pronounced on that edge. And that might be a bit more difficult to achieve. I can try just lowering this down just a bit more. It's definitely more difficult to run with that. Let's jump out a minute and have a look. Okay, so maybe I want to bring that up a bit. That definitely looks a lot better now on this side. That's about what we want to get. This side here, I may want to come back to that at some point and just tweak that a little bit more. To be honest, I think it's actually alright where it is. I think it is. See, it's a little bit there. That's much better, that is. That is way much better. The other thing, there's a couple more things that we wanted to do. The fence over here, the gate, because our combine couldn't get in through this gateway right here. So the one thing that I did want to do, and a lot of you said as well, is we definitely want to try and get a bigger gate out this way. And I think it's actually one of them. Yeah, we've already got the big gate here. And I don't think you can put a double gate together. But if I drop that one in... Yeah, I can't put a bigger gate in. Yeah, that's the same size gate. So we'd have to look through and find a bigger gateway. Do we have such a thing? That's the same. I have looked and looked and looked and looked, and I have found this one. This one seems like it might be a good gate. It's a big gate. Look at the big gate. The big gateness. And it's 100 euros. I think we have to put it out here. So, obviously, this is a little bit bigger than some of the other gates. Okay, now we're talking. Cooking on gas now. Okay, we don't want that one. This would be where we would start, possibly. But I don't know. I think actually it's the middle posts that are the bits that count. So, like that one there, the middle posts, if you have a look, they're actually smaller than the gate that exists right now. So that's no good to us. Ooh! Let's just have swinging gates. Just have them swing back open like that. And then you got that one. Just like some sort of super gate. Yeah, we don't want to put that one in. But this one... that'll fit our combine through. That'll allow the combine to come through. Alright, we'll do that. So, we want to go to demolish. And we will demolish that one, and that one, and that one, and that one, and that one over there as well. And then we will go with this one. And I'll put that there, and then swing that one back in round. Okay, no, I don't want to do that. I actually want to go up here. Doesn't like the idea of me joining that one on. I can put it there. Let's have a look. Go across the road. That would actually be better if we put it this further up this way than further down. So I will... terrain too steep. Don't give me terrain too steep. It can go up there. Oh, it can't come down here. Huh. It's got to go all the way up there. It's a bit too steep for it down here. Alright, we'll put it here. It's going to go there. I'm actually okay with that. We can run with this. And then I've got this bit down here. And I'm not going to rip that fence out. Although I'm tempted. Gonna leave that little bit in. And then we will go over here. And basically we're just going to join it in. On that bit. So that comes out and around, but it's not enough to join into this one. Why won't you go up and join to that one? It's not allowing me to place it anywhere near that. Which is odd. But it would. Oh, I can if I go from this direction. Fine, I'll do it from this way. Ah, I see. It doesn't like it. It's colliding with it somehow. Right, in which case, we'll put it across to there on that one there like that. And then I will go and demolish that piece out on the side there. And there's our new gate. Alright. That's another job done. Let's jump out. Let's go and have a look. Ha-ha! Right, so now we can get in and out of this field. We've got a nice wide gateway there. That's big enough there that the combine can get through. That's much better, that is. That is some good progress. Okay, so the cultivating is finished up there, but it's January, so I can't actually do anything with the field. We are going to want to be planting corn up there, which is April. We can't plant that until... so we don't need to worry about it just yet. Oilseed radish, we're going to want to be planting that in March. So we'll run this one back up this way. I'm not going to put this one away in the shed, though. I'm going to bring this one up around and go next to the tower here. And I've got a bit of space right here in front of us that I can use. It's the last bit of space. We'll be able to... we can put our pig pen in here somewhere. Not quite sure how we're going to put this pig pen in here, but we will. Before we go to that, let's go to you. We're going to run over to the other side of the field first, and we're going to quickly cultivate that bit. And then once we have cultivated this bit over here, we're going to Let's drop that down. There we go. Once we've cultivated this bit over here, we're going to whiz back over and do the other bit down the other side. So this gate up this side, we're not going to change this one over. We don't need to be taking the combine in and out of that gate, and it's only because of the combine that we've made the gateway wider down the bottom. I would have preferred it if we had a wooden gate that we could put there, but that's not actually an option right now. We don't have that available, so we will leave it. It has been pointed out a number of times that rolling the fields does not give you a very big crop yield bonus. There really isn't very much extra that you get from rolling your fields. So we could go and sell our roller that we've got. It's like 2.5%, which on the small fields is such a negligible amount, it's not worth rolling. If we had a really big scale operation, or a much bigger operation than we've got right now, then it probably would be worth taking the time to go and do the rolling. But because we don't need to worry about it. Bounce you off down here, and we will stop. This is fantastic. We got loads of room getting in and out of this field now. That is absolutely brilliant. I'm going to go forward a little bit, like that. And this is the only slight problem we got, is being able to open and close it without stopping the traffic. But I'm okay with that. I prefer that they didn't do that, but I mean, it's his car that's got... It's his car that got scratched and not us. There is a really steep bounce on that bit. We do need to do a little bit more on there. So let's just go back down to this and see if we can... Yeah. It's that trees right in the way. It makes it a bit more difficult for me to see what I'm doing. Landscaping. I want to raise the ground up here. I need to raise the ground up all the way back towards the river. Like that. And then level it. So then we've got to use the good old leveling tool and smooth that back down again. Just about this distance, I think. There. I don't think we need to go any further down than that. Alright, let's try that. Reverse back down here. And yeah, there's too much of a bump going on there as well. Problem. This tree right here is right in the wrong place. I want... See, I'm in the tree, and it's sort of jumping things around in the wrong way. So it's making it very difficult for me to be able to see exactly what's going on with some of this. We're doing the work that I want to do on it. Bring that up a little bit. Bring it out. Now, if I level this up this end, we start with the leveling here. What's happening with that? I shouldn't concern myself with what goes on down here, because that's not part of the road. It's just this bit up here. Yeah. Right, let's have a look. That's a lot better. That is definitely a lot better. It's not perfect yet, but it's a lot better than it was. So we'll leave that, and maybe we'll tweak it a little bit more later on. I'm not quite sure at the moment. I want to come up here. The next thing I think we're going to need is chicken feed. We've cultivated the big field over there. I've put in a bridge. I've put in a new gateway. Took us a little while to find a gateway. I mean, you didn't actually see that, but yeah, it took me ages to find that gate, by the way. And next, I need to get a pig pen built. And also, we're going to have to go and buy chicken food, because we do not have enough. We're going to run out today, and then our chickens are going to stop producing eggs again. It's not the first time that's happened. And I don't really want that to be... This is not a road that we want to go down. We don't want to be starving our animals. So we got 1,333 in there. Needs to take a little bit longer. Eggs is almost full on here. What I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to pick that one up. I'm going to bring it back. Drop it there, and then I've got one pallet there that's almost full. Now, could do something with the pig pen. So the area we've got for the pig pen is from here down, and sort of in line with where the chickens are. This is our land. This up here is not our land at all, and then this has been built on. Which means we're going to want the pig pen here, but what I'm thinking is if we can put it down this way, this bit will stay level. If we can have it so that we can sort of continue to make use of this track, that will come round the outside of the chickens, and then it'll come over in front of the pigs. So we've basically got a loop that goes all the way round, which means that we want enough room here for tractors to be able to get through, plus trailers and so on like that. So we do want a little bit of room for turning, maybe, just avoiding a few bits. But we don't want loads of room. So I'm thinking about here. About that point right there. And now it says 8,390 at the moment. So I'm going to want to do a little bit of leveling first, because I don't want to be spending out all that money. So I'm going to take this as my level. And I'm just going to run that across there like that. So we've got the bit off the edge of the chickens there. Animals, pigs. Free range pig pasture. And I just want to make absolutely certain that I have got the free range pig pasture. So we're on 8,019 there, 8,014. Let's dump that in there. There we go. Okay, so you can see the outside of where this stuff is going to go. Now, the next thing that I actually want to do is there's two things that I want to do. First, I want to build a fence around it. But I also want to have a bit of shelter for the pigs themselves. So we've got a couple of like little bits just in the basic stuff, but there's so many different types of shelters. Here are calving crates, the calf igloos. Well, not calving, they're calf igloos. The calves live in those. You got some different types, but I mean, I guess one of those might be right for pigs, but really seem like it's not really what I'm after. That's a covered bridge. Probably don't know what to have that one. Now, this is where it's going to be difficult. There is a lot of little things in here. So I'm going to have a look through these and the sheds and see if there's anything suitable that we can put in just over part of this area here so that the pigs have then got shelter from the elements. I don't want them just left in an open pen all the time. We could put a marquee up for them. Except I think they'd probably eat the guide ropes and... yeah. Unfortunately, folks, that is all we have got time for today. A massive thank you to everybody who has earned their way into the Great Book of Names. To find out some more details about all the names coming past, please head into the description and click on the link to the Discord. It's a link to another video. The link is on the other video. Please also consider checking out the links there for Nitrado, who provide gaming servers for games like Farming Simulator, Minecraft, Ark, and several others. And there's also Fanatical, who will help support your gaming habit by providing you with cheap games and also giving me a small commission on anything that you buy using my link. If you've enjoyed this particular video, then please head down below and give us a like. And if you really enjoyed it, then please tell your friends all about me. Get them to come and watch as well. That would be awesome. And until next time, thank you very much for watching. This is Frithgar. Goodbye, and see you later.